Let's introduce you to three friends who grew up together and have known each other their whole lives. As expected, they live in the same town and have similar interests. Each has been married for a few years, earning about $40,000 a year, and their health and body weight are average. All three lead very simple lives, but have different perspectives on the world around them. We will call the first friend Olivia. Olivia is the type of person who does not get out of a familiar routine. She is a typical example of a person who does not like to make changes. She loves her comfort zone and is reluctant to leave it. She has the same routine and appears to be content, but complains occasionally that nothing good ever happens to her. Her friend Isabella, unlike Olivia, decided to make small, positive, almost imperceptible changes in her daily life. She decided to take the time each day to listen to a 30-minute inspirational audio program that would influence her outlook to life. She also read at least 10 pages of something interesting and educational every day. Olivia wants changes, but she does not want to be occupied with it all the time. She recently read an interview with the famous Dr. Oz in Success magazine and chose one idea from the article to implement in her life. She decided to cut 125 calories from her diet every day. No big deal. We're talking maybe a cup of cereal less. Trading that can of Coca-Cola for a bottle of water, switching from mayo to mustard on her sandwich. She also started walking a couple thousand extra steps per day, which is less than a mile. No grand acts of bravery or effort. Stuff anyone could do. But Isabella is determined to stick with these choices, knowing that even though they're simple, she could also easily be tempted to abandon them. Their third friend is Sophia. We could say has made a few reckless choices. She recently bought a new Carter jewelry, setting her back $1,000 and a big screen TV so she can watch more of her favorite programs. She likes trying out the recipes she sees on the Food Channel. The cheesy casseroles and desserts are her favorites. Oh, and she installed a bar in her living room and added one alcoholic drink per week to her diet. Nothing crazy. Sophia just wants to have a little more fun. After 5 months, no perceivable differences exist among Olivia, Isabella, or Sophia. Isabella continues to read a little bit every night. At this point, she's read a couple of very good books and listened to audios during her commute. Olivia is enjoying life and doing less. Sophia continues to make poor choices, as she always has. Even though each lady has their own pattern of behavior, 5 months isn't long enough to see any real decline or improvement in their situations. In fact, if you charted the three ladies' weights, you'd see a rounding error of 0. They look nearly the same. At the end of 10 months, we still can't see noticeable changes in any of their lives. It's not until we get to the end of the 18th month that the slightest differences are measurable in these three friends' appearances. But at about 25 months, we start seeing really measurable, visible differences. At month 27, we see an expansive difference, and by month 31, the change is startling. Sophia is now overweight while Isabella is trim. By simply cutting 125 calories a day in 31 months, Isabella lost 33 pounds. Although Sophia ate only 125 calories more each day, she gained 33.5 pounds. To make the difference even bigger, she weighs 67 pounds more than Isabella. Apart from the weight, the changes are visible in other aspects as well. In addition to a perfect body, Isabella also worked on her self-improvement, spending about 1,000 hours in that period reading books and listening to relaxing audios. All of this contributed to her and enabled her to get a promotion and an increase in earnings at work, and her marriage has never been happier. Sophia, on the other hand, is very unhappy at her job, and her marriage is also strained. Her entire life is going in the wrong direction, and only now does she realize how unhappy she is with her life. What happened to Olivia? Not very much. She is in the same place where she was 2.5 years ago. Only now she is a little angry with herself because changes are happening to others and not to her. The change that happened to Isabella demonstrates the phenomenal power of the compound effect. The difference between people who employ the compound effect for their benefit compared to the peers who allow the same effect to work against them is almost inconceivable. It looks miraculous, like magic or quantum leaps. After 31 months, the person who uses the positive nature of the compound effect appears to be an overnight success. In reality, his or her profound success was the result of small, smart choices completed consistently over time. If you like this video and want to see more, give it a like, subscribe, and share with a friend.